Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. It is molded in 1/35 scale, and this time it copies Model T car 1917. As you can see, it's a touring version, and this time it comes in a World War I Australian Army staff car type. So here you can see it on the box art. Box art is quite nice, by the way. Here you can see Snake. And this is a commercial sample, so it means you'll get exactly the same kit if you order it from any good model shop. Modelimex should have this for sure. And we are going to open it and take a look inside. So first of all, here is comparison with my hand. Not that big box, but it is understandable because finished model is also quite small, I would say. Even in 1/35 scale, and just to prove it here, you can see that the length of the finished model will be 101 millimeters, and there are 87 plastic parts. We also have here a short history note in English language, and on the other side we have the same marking option as what we see on the box art. So as for the box, it is quite typical for ICM. We have this color printed color, and just give me a second to somehow tight fit, even though it shouldn't be. So just give me a second. I'll remove it. Okay, so finally we won. As I said, color printed top cover. As you can see, it is quite thin, so it won't protect anything. That's why we have a sturdy white cardboard box, which should actually save all the parts. Here you can see what is hidden inside. We have all frames in a single plastic bag. We have also assembly manual, and maybe inside assembly manual there will be also decals sheet, but we'll check it a bit later. First of all, I would like to start with plastic. So just give me a second. Okay, so two gray plastic sprues, one transparent. Transparent or clear plastic sprue comes in a separate plastic bag in order to avoid possible scratches. So just give me a second to open it and we will take a closer look. Okay, so here is the frame. Let's zoom in. And you should be able to see it right now. Of course, we won't be doing Doom session for this, but I think you see what you have to see. Molding quality is really great. There are no masks included for those parts, so you have to cut them with your own hands. But otherwise, I don't see any possible issues here, so I hope it will be easy to install those parts and to get them properly painted, because they look really good, so it would be a shame to damage them somehow with wrong paint finish, let's say. Here we have first gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to mix of the parts, and the same I think happens with the second sprue, so there is no difference in this sense, I would say. So first of all, in the center of this frame you can see the road wheels. Note that rims are molded together with tires. Here you can see the steering wheel, the bonnet parts, radiator grille. Here we have also gearbox parts, towing parts, suspension parts, and also exhaust, which is molded like this. Note that there are some thin parts here, for example here, or even here. Those will require due care, because otherwise you just can break them, and then it will be quite a sad event, I would say. So now let's zoom in and do the zoom mode so that you can check all the parts closer. Let's go. By the way, be careful with this part, because as you can see, it is not plain, so you can easily break it just by pressing on the frame, and that will be also not that good thing to have. Then we have the second gray plastic sprue. This one is more concerned with body parts, so here you can see that we have the floor, which is molded together with wheel arches. Then we have the side panels, seats, and here as well also we have the folded roof. So here you will be able to depict the roof in a folded position. And overall molding quality is on the same level, so let's do the zoom mode and you will see it with your own eyes. Okay, so as you can see from the other side, there is not that much of interesting things, in a good sense I would say, but we have some guiding pins or guiding tabs for easier placement of those parts while gluing them together. Next we have assembly manual. As you remember, it was placed on the bottom of the box, so here it is, but just a second ago I had this flew out of the assembly manual. So here we have decals sheet. As you can see, there should be several marking options. We have this kangaroo one, which is depicted on the box art, and we also have some other markings. Printing quality on decals is really good, so I hope it will be easy to work with this. And now we can move on to assembly manual. This one comes in form of this large brochure. We have short history note in Russian and English, technical specifications, paints chart, and also the legend of those signs, so that you understand what this or that sign means and what you have to do. Okay, so let's move on. Here we have parts map, and note that many parts won't be used, surprisingly. They will go straight to your spare parts, of course. Assembly process starts not with interior, but with engine. So we assemble engine, and then we continue with the frontal grille, which should be combined together with this suspension or front axle. Then we combine everything with a floor, and we continue by installation of the engine and exhaust here. Then we have the wheel axle, the rear one, I guess. It is installed into the necessary spot, and then we continue with the frame parts. Next we have wheels installation. Of course we won't be installing wheels on this step, but here manufacturer suggests to do it. Nevertheless, we continue with the body parts. So as you can see, first body is assembled out of outer panels, and then we continue with all internal components. For example, here you can see the fuel tank as far as you can guess. Next we have, and by the way, note that here you will have to cut some parts in order to have the right version for your model. Then here we install the pedals, seats, and seats won't be quite simple assembly, I would say. It's not difficult, but you should glue several parts at once, and then I would recommend to spend some time on weathering and painting in order to get a more or less convincing finish. Then here we install the roof. As you remember, we have the folded roof, Here we have the windscreen as well as the searchlight here. And then we continue with the storage box, as far as I can guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we install the searchlight or the headlamp. Actually, headlamps come here. And also we have the spare tire without the wheel rim, what is quite interesting. So in total you have to do the 52 step. Here you can see the finished vehicle. And on the last page we have two marking options. So one comes from the Palestine, it's 1918, and another one from the same country and the same year. The only difference is this number on the bonnet and the sign on the rear door. So it will be up to you which one you choose. Anyway, you get just two, so be ready to choose out of two. Overall, this is a typical Model T set from ICM. Just to remind you, it is molded in 1/35 scale, so it should be handy with interesting diorama in World War I setting. Of course, you can just add the driver figurine, or maybe you can add more of them, or maybe you can combine it with some tank. It will be up to you, but as I said before, this kit is already available for sale, so I think you will be able to get it in Modelimex right now, and I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit. Write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button, also subscribe to our YouTube channel because it will help us greatly, and even more will help us if you not only subscribe but also donate money via PayPal. There is a donate button on our website and you will be the one to decide how much we will get. So once again, I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.